battle of AFL alumni. It's the Broncos and the Jets next on EA.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here come the Jets to take over. Led at quarterback by a man back to full health in season number 20 now, and his second one in New York, and that's Aaron Rodgers.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man from the University of Michigan.
And when you watch him play, you see even early in his NFL career, he's a guy who has the ability to change a game with his legs, and that's really important early on to understand who he is. And his coaching staff, they do. I think they're going to let him freewheel it a bit out there because they know how difficult it is for defenses to try and keep him hemmed in.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The tackle by Terrell Edmonds.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Baron Browning The outside linebacker dropping him for a loss of 6.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot.
Now the pressure gets to him again. Baron Browning, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Smith to return it. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Here's McCarthy. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So 8 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 1 now. Up the middle, it's Williams. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Broncos hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Drop behind the line on a nice play by Deion Jones. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw, it's Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangler to hold on to that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you can get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
To throw is Rodgers. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the...
And this is going to be caught by Smith for a Jet touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Now McCarthy. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Up the middle, here's Pirine. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. 3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. The backup Stidham, his first throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Rodgers. And Walker has it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On play action, it's Rodgers. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Rodgers now to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Stidham. He's got him in. Complete. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 68 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. To throw is Stidham. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Stidham. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Down, and the Broncos are back within a score. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle to Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now it's Rodgers. Short throw caught by Pitts. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, just like last play. Here's Rodgers to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. And again, it's Rodgers. Short throw caught by Pitts. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Here's Rodgers. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing now is Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. Down man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a P8. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Folk, and it's now 21-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos offense and Javonte Williams head out for this next drive. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Williams going to get it again on second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Shoves him away. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw it with Stidham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The Jets offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd and 10. A give running right is Hall. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they have had problems getting the running game in gear as we look through some of their attempts from earlier. They have just not been able to match the physicality that this defense has shown, and their lack of success on the ground is a direct reflection of that. They begin the drive with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Off the play fake, here's Stidham. He'll air this one out from Mims. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 42 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Play action. It's Stidham. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown! Marvin Mims, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Lutz good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Jets offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Now Hall to start the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver's offense now set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Stidham. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Now Stidham. Screen play set up for Williams.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Here's Stidham. There's Manhurts, the tight end.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Again, Stidham.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Stidham to throw.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Now it's Stidham. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Stidham.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Stidham. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 2. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Another nice catch there by Garrett Wilson is off to a really nice start in his NFL career. He was Rookie of the Year in 2022, and in 2023, his second 1,000-yard season. He's looking for an even bigger leap this year with Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback throughout the entire campaign.
The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Second and a couple. To the air with McCarthy. And this one complete again to Mims.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Here's McCarthy.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
To the air again, McCarthy. This one swung out to Williams. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Throwing is McCarthy.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
In motion, the tight end. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
Here's Rodgers to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rodgers to throw once more. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
They'll toss it out right here to Hall.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
He was covered by Drew Sanders.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos will take over on downs.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, it's Williams. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 3rd and 3.
They give it to Williams, running right.
And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Broncos, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2.